Yesterday we continued our work on the number line by placing numbers on the number line and finding the distance between 2 points. Today we are going to use the number line to help us compare two fractions. Here's our problem of the day. Third grade students are growing peppers. The student with the longest pepper wins the Green Thumb Award. Jackson's pepper measured 3/8 inches. Drew's is 3/4 inches long. Who won the award? Draw a number line to prove your answer. Go ahead and get started on your problem of the day. Remember what you learned from yesterday and represent and solve the problem. How did you represent and solve this problem? Say your answer out loud. That's right. I heard you say that you represented by drawing two number lines. You partitioned the first line into fourths, because that was Drew's pepper. So here's 0, 1. So we have 1/4, 2/4, and 3/4. And then you said you partitioned the second line into eighths, because Jackson's pepper was 3/8 long. Okay. So then, what did you do next? Say your answer out loud. Okay. So the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to find, I heard you say that you're going to find the two fractions that you are comparing. So how did you use your number lines to compare these two fractions? We know Jackson's pepper is right here, 3/8, and Drew's pepper is right here, 3/4. How did you use your number line to compare these fractions? Say your answer out loud. Okay. I heard you say you can look on the number line and see which one is longer. But how do the number lines help us see that? Say your answer out loud. That's right. They both show us the same size hole, right? Both of our peppers, or both of our holes, go from here to here. So they're the same size hole. So if we look at the distance from 0 to 3/8, right here, and then the distance from 0 to 3/4, we can see which one is longer. So that means that 3/8 is smaller because it's closer to 0, and that means 3/4 is longer because it is further from 0. So yes, you are right. When we compare fractions on a number line, we need to think about which fraction is closer to 0. Why is it important that the holes are the same size? Say your answer out loud. Yeah, the holes need to be the same size because they both represent the same sized hole. If we're comparing fractions on different number lines, it's easier to see which one is closer to 0 when they are drawn so that we can compare them, and when they are drawn so that they're the same size. Why did we have to use 2 number lines for this problem? Say your answer out loud. Yeah, we used 2 number lines because each whole had different size parts. This one had eighths and this one had fourths. Nice job. Is there a way that we can place both of these fractions on the same number line in order to compare them? Say your answer out loud. Such smart thinking. I heard you say that we can make the fourths first, label them, and then partition them into fourths and halves to make the eighths again. So I'm going to use this number line that has fourths. And you told me that if we were to partition our fourths again in half, we would be able to see all of our eighths. And on here, we can see that 3/4 is right here on this number line, or 3/8, is that right here on this number line, and 3/4 is further away from 0. So why were we able, or can we still compare the fractions the same way? Share your thinking out loud. Yeah, that's right. We can still compare them by thinking about which fraction is closer to 0. Why were we able to put both of these fractions on the same number line? Say your thinking out loud. That's right. We can put both of these fractions on the number line because we can make eighths by first making halves, then fourths, and then partitioning our fourths in half and making eighths. So they're related, so we could put them on the same number line if we wanted to. Could we do this with all of our fractions? Like if we were using sixths and fourths? No. Nice job. We can only put fractions on the same number line if they are related. Great work. Let's try one more.